crafters, welcome back. This is Samantha from Samantha Designs 2. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to be working on my submission for Craft Roulette. This is for the Craft Roulette challenge that aired on July 11th, episode number 275. So this episode, the parameters are project included ATC. It can just be the ATC by itself, or it could be a card. Today I am making the ATC only because that's something actually I've been doing recently. It was kind of fortuitous how that came about. So I was like, I'm going to make an ATC. Great. Element is down. I'm going to use that in my sentiment. Colors are Starry Night. So I'm going to go with the Van Gogh. Is it Van Gogh? I don't know. The Starry Night. That really famous thing. And so I'm going to be using some blue and yellow in my ATC. And then random white dots, which is, easily incorporated. I got a couple of stickers out. I think this came with I want to think it came with one of my Spellbinders Card Club kits from 2021. And I still have these left over. And these I know are from Dollar Tree. I had gotten these out as well, which I still have plenty of them. But I'm going to make my own sentiment, so these aren't going to get used. So I probably will use like this simple flower, or maybe this flower cluster. One of the two. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to start with my sentiment. So what I've done with my sentiment is I actually asked AI to help me come up with a sentiment that had the word down in it. Hopefully you don't think that's cheating. I don't think it's cheating. I think it's being creative and using AI for something good. So let me find a pen that I want to use to write this out with. Okay, I am going to use a regular pen to write out the words, and then I'm going to use my acrylic painter pen to do some things with it. Okay, so the one that I'm going to use, it says, down every path you take, may you find joy and happiness. Now, if you don't know, an ATC is 2.5 by 3.5 inches. So, not a lot of room. So, I'm going to have to write small. Okay, down every path you take. So, I'm going to write down. Whew, that's really small. Okay. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, so give me a minute. Hold on. Now, if you can see this, it's all over the place. It's kind of hard. You're like, what are you doing, girl? But I am going to just try to outline each of these. If that makes any sense. And then the path you take, I'm going to use these may you find. Joy and happiness. Okay, now let's get all these cut out. Okay, there it is, all done. So that will fit on my ATC base. So I'm good. All right, next. I do need to cut this down just a little bit to make basically a mat. So it's 2.5, so I'm gonna make this 2.25. And then, so here's 3.25, and that's smaller than that. So I don't even need to do anything else. So I'll leave it just like that. Okay. So this will go on here like this. So that's cool. Let me find some glue. Okay. We are going to put this on top of this. Just like that. All right, let's start getting our sentiment in place. I'm sure you're not going to want to watch me place all of these down. But I'm just going to put these down kind of willy-nilly. This actually, I remember this was a big thing in scrapbooking more, is what I'm thinking of. Back in the day, where you just kind of write out the words in your own handwriting and then drew a box around them. And I'm trying not to make them too even, too straight, any of that. I'm just kind of putting them down. Devil may care, but definitely in order so it makes sense when you read it. That would be a little weird if you didn't do that part, but I love my Craft Bond glue, as you guys know, because then I don't have to worry about it coming off. I can already tell this is going to be one of my favorite ATs I've made since I've been doing a few here and there. I can tell. What I love about ATCs is you can make that a focal point of a card. In fact, most of the ones I used to, when I swapped these, that's what I did with them. Is I would end up taking whatever people sent me and then making them into cards, because that's kind of my jam. See? That is so stinking cute. Again, I'm not going to make this really hard or complex because it doesn't need to be. That's not going to take that much of the... I think I'm going to go with this one. But then I feel like it needs something else. So let me figure out what else I'm going to put up here. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of a layered, maybe, washi. Look, if I can get my washi tape figured out. Washi tape is so difficult. I'm going to put this here. Wrap it around the back. Got some striped yellow. Oh my goodness, where's the end of this bad boy? Okay, here it is. I'm actually going to tear this a little bit because I don't need that big of a piece. And put this here. And then maybe a little smidge at the top as well. Okay, and then I'm going to take this glitter. Now this has lost some of its stickiness. I can tell. So for this one, we are going to add some glue because I don't want it to not stay put. Now, see, it just needed a little something extra, nothing too fancy or weird. Okay, and there we have our ATC. So let's make sure I hit all the elements. It is included ATC. It is actually an ATC. I'm not adding this to a card at this point. Colors are Starry Night, and I went with the Van Gogh Starry Night. I think it's Van Gogh. I keep saying that right. With the blues and yellows. Oh, I forgot random white dots. The element is down, and I've got down in my sentiment. So let's just add some random white dots. I was going to forget one. Glad I checked it. I'm doing these in like threes. White gel pen to the rescue, people. Okay, so then I've got white dots. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.